Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shataria here at Chicago Branch, Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus, but his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. But before we get started, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone who rule well. Honors to the hopeful elect. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, healthy Barakatah, and to the Akwaf, and those of you out there listening and learning, Shalom and Barakatah to you also. Now, this is part 2 of Eve has been put in the trick bag. Eve put in the trick bag, okay? I said that I was going to go in deep on this, but I decided not to. But I am going to rub Eve's face in it a little bit more, okay? Just like she threw it in Jake's face for the last 40, 50 plus years, the last 4 or 5 decades, maybe more, okay? All right? So I won't go in deep on it where I dot the I's and cross the T's, but I have decided that I'm going to throw it in her face and rub it in on her a little bit more, okay? Just like she threw it in Jake's face, and still, well, she being humbled right now. Now, they might cut a deal, and, this place might open back up, but it will never be the same, all right? It's not going to be the same, okay? Because the stimulations on this Section 8 and SNAP benefits and all this other stuff, all right, okay? It's been stimulations put on it where they got to jump through hula hoops, jump through Cheerios, so to speak, okay? And we just dealing with the SNAP and the WIC right now, okay? What you think gonna happen when Section 8 housing vouchers don't come through? Well, if this shutdown go another month, people not gonna wait, okay? They're not gonna wait. They're gonna start putting Eve out, putting them young YNs, them little badass demons out in the street, okay, along with our shit. That's what they gonna start doing. Me and my brethren, the beloved Yardan, my beloved brother in Yardan, we did a beautiful lesson on this, married to the government. I see we're going to have to do a remix on that real soon. I see that now. But Eve, she feeling it, okay? But she really, really, really gonna start to feel it in a minute, okay? All right, because Esau has given her a divorce decree, so to speak, okay? All right, this woman has been totally dependent on the government for the last, what can I say, 5, 6, 7 decades, all right? And the welfare system, all right, was made up, okay, by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, all right? That's who made the welfare system, okay? Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1935. And the welfare system was given a makeover in the 1960s by President Lyndon B. Johnson that destroyed the Hebrew family structure, all right? And what I mean by that, they start giving Eve them dainties. It talks about in Proverbs 23rd chapter, all them benefits and them perks, okay? where she could get to Section 8 housing. Okay, which they're taking away from her now. They writing her a divorce decree. All right, they pulling everything. They done snatched everything out from under her. Okay, yeah. And back then, when they first came out with this act, it was called low income housing. In part one of the lesson, I see it subsidized, but when I was coming up, that's what it was called, low income housing. Okay, and it's been upgraded to Section 8 now. The EBT and SNAP benefits, they were food stamps back then. It was actually books, money books, okay, where you could buy the stamps and stuff. And the WIC, it's been here. It's been here since day one, okay? It's been here. The WIC vouchers and WIC coupons has been here. And they're taking all of this stuff away from Eve, okay? They're writing her a divorce decree. She has literally been married to the government, I would actually say, for the last 7 decades, okay? At least the last 7 decades, all right? This goes all the way back when they started giving it to her. Like I say, you could get this, low-income housing. You can get the food stamps. You can get your WIC vouchers and coupons. But what you can't do, you can't have this man in your house. You see what I'm talking about? That was the kicker that came along with that. That was the kicker. She could get all these things long as you don't have the man in your house. We've all seen the movie, or if you haven't, Claudine with James Earl Jones and Diane Carroll. All right. It hit home about the Welfare Act. And it lets you know that the women were getting all these things, but the catch or the kicker was you couldn't have a man in the household, okay? So the structure has been broken down completely. And like I said, Franklin D. Roosevelt established the U.S. welfare system in 1935. All right. And it was upgraded, given an upgrade in the 1960s by President Lyndon B. Johnson. And they gave her all these things, okay? And when she got all this here stuff, she threw the black man to the side. And she's still throwing them to the side right now today. But because they're taking all this from her, they're writing her a divorce decree, okay? She's catching it, and she's catching it hard now, right? And it talks about how in part one of the lesson I gave you, that Isaiah 30, I believe it was, how these women are dependent on their enemies for everything, okay? Woe unto them that go down to Egypt to seek, counsel, but not of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing. Isaiah 30, and that's Isaiah 31 through 3. And I gave you 1 Timothy 5 and 14, how the Lord says he should suffer women to marry, okay? Bear children, take care of the household, raise the children, take care of husband. Okay, and then I gave you 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, how the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and how the head of every woman is the man, and how the head of Yahweh Shai is the father, Yahweh. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, all things done decently and in order, okay? But the structure, she broke that down, and she was throwing that in Jake's face for the last 6 or 7 decades. Like I said, I don't need you. I don't need no man. I'm good. I don't need no man. The government take care of me. I get all these food stamps. Okay, I'm finna let the video play, and we're gonna bring out a couple of scriptures pretty much, and we're gonna shut it down. I said I was gonna go in depth and in detail about it, but I decided not to. But I'm still gonna rub Eve's face in it a little bit, okay? But fair use, okay? Copyright disclaimer. I'm not trying to profit off this, and we're gonna let the video play.
Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at women outraged over food stamp cuts. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Oh, nothing. Just enjoying my bowl of cereal and water, because Trump done made an executive order to cut off WIC, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, housing, financial.
See what I just told you, Israel? These women are totally dependent on the government. All right. This is all these perks and benefits. It's more than that. Where they can, free college, free lunch programs where the kids can go to school without paying. And who knows how many other SNAP perks and SNAP benefits, period. The SNAP is the EBT, the link. They finna take that, but who knows? They finna take everything from her, all right? And that's good.
Aid for the colleges? This man is power tripping.
Ma'am, Trump is not the one responsible for you drinking cereal and water. Have some accountability.
I'm tired of coming in the supermarket and not having food stamps. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't. I don't want to spend $400 to $600 every other weekend here. It's crazy. Crazy. I need some food stamps, like now.
Or you could just budget like the rest of tax-paying citizens do.
So just a PSA for anybody on EBT that has been paying for your nails, lashes, whatever it may be, with your EBT card, you can no longer do that. No. I just went to go get my nails, lashes, and eyebrows done. Went to go swipe my EBT card, and she tells me they no longer accept that. So not only are they taking away junk food, sugary drinks, they are giving us all a time limit with how long we can be on EBT. Now you can get your nails done with EBT. They need to figure something out because this is not okay.
Tax-paying citizens shouldn't have to pay for your nails, lashes, or sugary drinks, ma'am.
I could not walk half a block.
I had considerable pain in my back.
I had
Or sugary drinks, ma'am.
It takes too much to keep these food stamps. Why do y'all keep sending me this paper asking me, has anything changed? No, I still have -$0 to my name. I still don't have a job. I still live in the sewer. This is where I live. In the sewer at the church. Nothing has changed. I don't even have a pen to fill this out and send it back. And how am I gonna bring it with no car? I gotta walk this all the way to y'all's building. By the time I get there, y'all gonna cut the food stamps off. Y'all said I gotta turn this in by the 15th. By the time I get there, y'all gonna be cutting my food stamps off. Why are y'all giving me a hard time?
-$0 in her account, but maxed out in attitude, I guess.
Texas will be the first state to ban junk food being bought with your EBT/food stamp benefits. I'm not sure if the ban took place yet. I don't think it took place yet, but it's talks that they want to ban soda, candy, juice, chips, cookies, any snack products to be bought with EBT/SNAP food stamp benefits. But also, children and adults deserve a snack every now and again. So I'm like in between because people do deserve a cookie, a bag of chips, or a snack, some juice if you want it, every now and again.
Of course they do. Just not on taxpayer dollars.
In that new bill, they changed the SNAP benefit requirements. And this, I'm not going to say, but what is in there? And I'm going to leave you to analyze the implications. Children, parents of children ages 7 to 17 must work 80 hours a month in order to qualify for SNAP. But in households where there are two parents who are married, only one of them has to work to still be able to receive SNAP benefits. That means single parents with kids as young as 8 must work, while people who are married to a working adult don't have to. 80% of single-parent households are headed by mothers, per census data. Homeless people, veterans, pregnant women, and those under 18 or over 64 are exempt from these work requirements. Do with that what you will, and talk amongst yourselves.
That's what we gonna do.
Ma'am, working 20 hours a week.
That's what we gonna do. Talk about it amongst ourselves. But as you can see, these women, they think they're entitled, okay? They think they're privileged. They think people are obligated or have to do these things for them. These women have been living on the government, married to the government. And I just gave you 1 Corinthians 11:3, okay? Matter of fact, we finna pull these precepts up one more time, go into them, and we're going to close the lesson. Okay, I said this was going to be a quick lesson. I decided not to go in hard and deep, but let's get this here and get right to the point. Let's get 1 Timothy 5 and 14. And 1 Timothy 5 and 14 says, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guard the house, give no occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, okay? And that's your husband's job. That's why we say you've been married to the government, okay? You've been married to your daddy Esau Edom, and now he's writing you a bill of divorce, a decree of divorce, okay? And you bugging out about it now, all right? Okay? And this is your husband's job, but you kick the man out. Like I say, that Welfare Act got upgraded, what they call... it got a makeover in the 1960s by President Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson, okay? And he gave her everything, married to the government. You got all them perks, all them benefits, everything that you wanted. Your husband Esau Edom, daddy government gave you, okay? Because he told you in order to get it, you had to leave your man, okay? Your husband he couldn't be in the household. So you removed him from the equation. And Esau, you're going to pay for that too. And that's the deterioration, the destruction of the Hebrew household, the Hebrew family, all right? 1 Timothy 5 and 14, I will therefore that a younger woman marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, okay? All right? So she's supposed to be letting her husband, okay, take care of her, buy the food, all right? Make sure the kids got clothes and Pampers and shoes on their feet, all right? Okay? You see what I'm talking about? He's supposed to be going to work and paying the bills, but you chose to marry Esau Edom, okay? And now he giving you your bill of divorce, your divorce decree. That's what you're getting. Let's go here. Let's get this Esdras, okay? Let's get 2nd Esdras, all right? Let's get 2nd Esdras, and let's get 2nd Esdras 8 and 50. 2nd Esdras 8 and 50, okay? 2nd Esdras 8 and 50 says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times, and that's where we in right now, the latter days, the latter days, okay? Almost at the end of them, okay? It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Okay, and that's the American woman, period, okay? But emphasis on Eve, okay? Eve has been so prideful. She is literally, your man could be in the house. You call the police on him, okay, have him put in jail. You done messed up so much. Like I said, even if this thing does open back up, all right, okay, and it's going to be a total change. They done put stimulations on it now for you to get this Section 8. For you to get these food stamps, okay? And whatever happened, hey, the damage been done. You done did all this the last 6-7 decades. So Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, he pretty much got that Paul spirit on a lot of these men now. The Apostle Paul wouldn't be bothered with none of you eggheads, all right? Because you ain't got no sense to begin with. Job 39th chapter tells how you've been deprived of knowledge, okay? And the reason I brung that particular chapter up, how it describes you as being void of knowledge, is because you let this man put you in a trick bag, okay? Because, what's the word I'm looking for? You had your man, all right? taking care of the household. You had your man taking care of the children. You had your man paying the rent. All right, this is jobs that you had you had a man doing. You had a man. You supposed to let your man do them, okay? But instead of you sold out to the government. You let Esau Edom put you in the trick bag, okay? And now he's snatching all this here from up under you, okay? So man, you're gonna be in bad shape, man. You're really, really, really gonna feel it, okay? And I don't feel sorry for none of you women because you've done a lot of evil things to these Jake men, and I guess payback is coming. Like I say, what's the oldest profession in the world? Prostitution. Well, hey, y'all finna start selling it dirt cheap now. Okay, because you got to feed these damn babies. You see what I'm talking about? So you finna start selling it dirt cheap. I seen a couple of videos, $40. That's too much money. I'm giving up a Twinkie, $20. I got $20. Hit it and quit it and go on about. Don't even want to see how. Don't even want to be bothered with it. Eve, man. Jake don't even want to be bothered with her too much no more, man. Cause, hey, she is just Let's go here and get ready to close the lesson. All right. Let's get this. What do I want? I'm gonna go here. Let's get Isaiah. Let's get Isaiah 3. Let's get Isaiah 3. I want Isaiah. We're going to get you Isaiah 4 too, but right now, this whole Isaiah 3rd chapter, cut Eve up. Tell you how the Lord is taking everything away from her. And this is pretty much going into it. That divorce decree that Esau is writing her, okay? He's taking everything, all these dainties, these perks, these benefits she been getting. He's snatching them right from up under her, okay? All right. Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. That means they walk in great pride, okay? They're arrogant. They're prideful, okay? And like I said, American women, I gave you that 2nd Ezra 8:50. They ain't nobody, no other race of women on the whole planet Earth as prideful and arrogant as American women. But Eve, she just took it to a whole nother level, okay? That's what she did. All right. And the Lord is about to strip her of everything, okay? It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. That's going into their arrogance, their pridefulness, okay? Their boldness, all right? Walking and menacing as they go, and that's that switching and how they do, okay? And making their tinkling with their feet. It says, therefore the Lord will smite with the scalp the crown of the head of the daughter of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. And that's going into, he done already, you know what I'm saying, made a ball. You see all of them stay in them hair shops, okay, buying all that weave and phony hair and all that there. Well, hey, when the first come and they try to go up in there like they talking all this big talk, just filling their cards up, gonna take this, gonna take that, man, you gonna start seeing that weed. They gonna be knocking their blocks off, man. These women finna start getting they block twisted back, okay? Man, Jake finna start knocking all that weave out their head, man. You finna start, hey, these women, hey, and if you keep reading in this Isaiah 3rd chapter, it tells you they gonna be stanking. Okay, they ain't gonna have no clothes on. He gonna discover her secret parts, okay? He's telling you she gonna be pretty much naked. They gonna be smelling bad. Hey, this is gonna be this is what Eve got coming though. All right, because she's walked in great pride, okay, like it says in that 2nd Ezra 8:50, all right? She's walked in great pride, so this is what she's got coming, okay? All right? This is what she's got coming, because she's walked in great pride, man. So, hey, this is it, man. This is what she's got coming, and this is what she's gonna get, okay? This is what she's got coming, and this is what she's gonna get, man, okay? That's pretty much all I have. I just wanted to touch bases on the lesson a little bit more, okay? We'll close with this Isaiah 4:1 I said, and this is what's coming into play because, like I said, these women are finna be out here. Let's read this 3. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scalp the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And that's going into the Lord making a ball, which you see all of them ain't got no hair no more. Very few of them. The majority of them going in these old weave shops and these wig shops and buying hair here, buying hair there, buying wigs here. Okay. And it says, therefore the Lord will smite with the scalp the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. So they say it's going to be blood up to the horse's bridle out here. And hey, they say it's what, 7, 8 women for every man. So who you think this judgment is going to be going toward? And they're going to be looking for a man of the Lord. Our stock is just risen, okay? Our stock has just went up and it's going to continue to rise, okay? Because things are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse in Esau Edom's kingdom until Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai comes back and destroys this place forever and implements in the kingdom, okay? And she's going to really go through it. And our stock is just risen. Let's close with this Isaiah 4. Isaiah 4 and 1. And it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. And hey, when a woman marries a man, she takes on his, she takes his name, okay? And it say, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. So, hey, that's the men of the Lord, okay? The men who have been trusting and believing in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, okay? Men who have that Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and stability shall be the strength of our times, okay? Should be the strength of our salvation, okay? Roughly paraphrasing. All right, I'll get it before we close, okay? But this is what the men of the Lord have. For wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, roughly paraphrasing. But you're going to see how fucked up these other 2/3 ass niggas are out here once everything starts to happen. Because they're not going to have that stability. They're going to have a lot of instability about themselves because they've rejected the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. And like I said, when a woman marries a man, she takes his name to take away our reproach, okay? And that's her job, you know, to get married and bear kids, that's her job. But things about to really get bad. And Eve, you've been put in the trick bag, okay? Married to the government. Esau, Edom has wrote you a divorce decree, and he snatched everything from you. And it's not gonna get any better, okay? All right, and it says, I will make a man more precious than gold. That's going into that Isaiah 13th chapter. But the Israelite men, the 1/3, okay, who trust and believe in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, our stock is just risen, okay? And 2/3 of you niggas, these women, they gonna be, well, you're gonna get caught up in the rapture. You're gonna be in concentration camps, okay? FEMA camps, okay? The wrath is gonna hit you. All kinds of bad things are gonna happen, man. 2/3 of you niggas, man, the women are gonna start looking for the men who he's making like gold, okay? The men of the Lord, that's who they're gonna cleave hold to now. All right, come back to now. Okay. She got a lot of making up to do, but that's what it is, all right? That's pretty much all I have. Lord will, the lesson was edifying. In closing, I'd like to say shalom and a bob a bow.